This is Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now let's get on to it, man. We got to talk about this. Canelo Alvarez. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Classic Dotes and Trophy. Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. They don't want to hold Canelo Alvarez to the carpet. They don't want to hold him to the fire. You have Demetrius Andrade and you have Jermall Charlo. The two variations. Why does Canelo Alvarez get credit? His boxing career has been nothing but smoke and mirrors. Let me say it again. His boxing career has been nothing but smoke and mirrors. If you are truly the guy that you say you are at the middleweight division, fight these guys. Beat them. This is what Floyd Mayweather did. This is what Errol Spence is doing. They're fighting the guys that people are saying they should fight. Right? They're making these fights happen. Errol Spence has credible opponents on his resume. Kell Brook, Sean Porter. Floyd Mayweather has a litany of credible opponents. Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, Zab Judah. The list goes on and on and on. Diego Corrales. And we're talking about Diego Corrales was a knockout artist. Miguel Cotto. The list goes on and on and on. Manny Pacquiao. Who has Canelo Alvarez fought and beating unquestionably and unequivocally, without a controversy, without a gift, without a decision, without judges in the back pocket, without basically paying trainers to not show up in the James Kirkland fight? This is what we're talking about. You classic Dotes and you troglodytes. You Rudy Poo and you Plum Plum Brains. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. But why does a guy like Jermall Charlo get the flack that he gets? It's because he's a man with confidence, purpose, and an abundance mindset. He operates under an independent contractor variation and vernacular. And because he operates in that and he's under PBC, which means that Al Heyman is basically empowering these black men to be confident, purposeful, abundant mindset thinker men and do their own thing and have their own business and create generational wealth. It's a problem. And it has people hot and bothered like grits because it reminds people of their insecure and miserable you-know-what lives. This is what it boils down to. This is the bigger underlying and undercurrent. Canelo Alvarez has not fought anybody that's for real. And when I say for real, I'm talking about for real in the sense of he's beating them definitively. That's what I mean. Not namesake. Not a rehydration clause Danny Jacobs. Not a concussed Sergey Kovalev. Not a catch weight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Not a Rocky Fielding. Who the fuck is that? Not a Amir Khan. Not a Liam Smith. Not a James Kirkland that couldn't have Ann Bishop. Do you see how many smoke and mirrors we have here? Not an Austin Trout that had a controversial fight with you, but instead of you running it back with him to prove that you beat him definitively, you're like, oh, we're just going to stay with that. Not an Erislandy Lara that was robbed. Not a Floyd Mayweather who washed, double washed, and triple washed your ass. Not a Triple G who won the first fight by 2 to 3 rounds and the second fight was a draw. But they said the first fight was a draw and Canelo Alvarez won the second fight. You see how many instances I've already brought up here? Caleb Smith, who's a WBA super champion, but they said he's a 4-time champion in 4 weight classes. How is that possible when you beat Rocky Fielding, the regular champion or the junior champion of the WBA, but yet you're a 4-time champion in 4 weight classes? Come on. You reverse bias, AK detractors, AK panders. What are you guys not seeing here? And why did you take a WBC French fry belt? Why did you allow yourself to be elevated? Be the first one. Why do you have legalized Clinton Bluterol in your system? And why are you able to take this? This is what we talk about when we say smoke and mirrors that's associated with Canelo Alvarez and his boxing career. And he could eliminate all this. Why did you run the zone? Do you know why you ran the zone? Because being under the zone, he can pick and choose the opponents he wants. And he doesn't have to face any real competitors. Let me say it again. Under the zone, he can pick and choose the opponents he wants, and he does not have to face any real competitors. Because Demetrius Andrade's there. But you see him picking him? No, because he gets to dictate the pace and determine who he picks as an opponent. That's the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-teller fashion. He's not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's boring. i.e. he will box the ears off of Canelo Alvarez. That's what boring means. He's not going to fight Jermall Charlo because he's too athletic and too explosive as you know what. And it's lions only over here. And the guy's 6'1", damn near pushing 6'2", and his height and reach differential, his athleticism, his explosion is way too much. Canelo Alvarez has showcased himself against an elite and an athletic and a skillful black fighter. He does not want to face that. He saw what that was like with Floyd Mayweather. He saw what that was like with a prime Erislandy Lar. He does not want to see that anymore. This is why he omits from fighting the likes of a Jermall Charlo, from fighting the likes of a Demetrius Andrade, because he knows if he steps into the ring with these guys, he will be exposed. Let me say it again, because he knows, like my name, he knows, right? If he steps into the ring, he will be exposed. That's the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion. And if anybody's telling you anywise or anywhere else, they need to go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. This is HeKnowsFitness. Check it out.